Priscilla's here somewhere. Can't bring her into the... Oh, she's here. Alright, hopefully this political stuff, I'm not gonna miss it. Of course, it never goes away. Nightmare just doesn't know how to stop, does it? Of course, you can ignore it. But there's just enough victim mentality here to keep it going, though, so that's good. At least some people have found their theme until they're ready to upgrade from all of that. Some are just stuck there forever, like inner purgatory, blaming everybody, the universe, or the elites, or whatever. Whatever they can come up with. More power to you on that one. Not to say the spirit world is not a discounted spirit world or a fast food spirit world. It is. There's portions of it like that. Yeah, just nothing against fast food workers, but the spirit world is kind of a fast food in the Warville. It has its ups and downs, let's put it that way. There's Priscilla. I don't think I can put her in the video, though. Now we're going crazy. She got some of that from Fritzy, who was sleeping somewhere. Let's see if I can do it. Come here. Get that. Go, kitty. I don't know if I can do how far I can go with this. There she is. She has some. So the Supermoon was a couple of days ago. I remember seeing it. Energy, longevity. For some, it's, I don't know, man. It's like, if you're big on the conspiracy stuff and you're going through that victim timeline, or you can do that for your whole incarnation, some are profiting off of it. I don't know, man. It's like a social club. It's like a victimized social club of well, at least you can find your find your people until you're ready to upgrade and not worry about. Of course, then you start connected to the spirit world. That's all freaking discount spirit realm, D-list energies, and saying, oh, that's where it all comes from. Sad souls. So, in the astral plane. And some here want to think like the astral is like all knowledge, all great knowledge, and they're smarter than us. It's like, I don't know about that. I think it's the opposite. I think they're dumber than we are. We're pretty bad, but I think they're dumber there than here. I don't know. They've been proven, and they're pretty stupid. And even some of the spiritual teachers here, some of them are fast food. That's what I'm using, the fast food. And the title is some are spiritual fast food workers, because they're just giving people what they want, even if it's all fatty nonsense. That's what they're giving. I mean, that's what they want. What are you gonna do? Always find a different career. That's not always the case. You can't always do that. You have to just sit with it and deal with it. However, you don't have to give people what they want. You can do something different. Many are not doing that. So that's why there's fast food workers. I'm not going to show what I'm talking about. Make you want to throw up. I want to throw up. I'm trying to clear out my energy. Yuck. Anyway, something needed. I'm not sure where that comes from. Just been trapped here for so many incarnations. But then it still think they're getting spiritually advanced, but then they're getting spiritually taken advantage of. This is some of the people that are falling for that stuff, but whatever. That's not what we're here for. Or, I don't know. Somebody's got to say it. Let's put it that way. So the moon energy, I don't know. I keep hearing this moon stuff. This isn't happening because of the moon. That's happening because of the moon. Yada, yada, yada. It's like, guys, this gets so old. So there's got to be another universe. I'm going to go to the universe where there's no moon. That way, it's not like the excuse of everything. It's always an excuse for something. I'm just so tired of it. I don't know. Why we incarnate in the world like this, I'm not sure either. I don't know. It's a job. Yeah, just, I don't know. Just, I guess this world's going to have some kind of upgrade at some point. You're not really seeing it on the outside. For the spiritual, of course, like, was it X or Twitter? There's a lot of victims on there. So, might as well just call it the victim. Forget that X crap. Victim. Social victim. At least on a conspiracy theory stuff, more like that. It's always a conspiracy, that type of stuff. I'm not going for the trauma stuff, that's different. But the conspiracy, the Illuminati's come and get you and whatever, and give you something to do, though. I mean, what do you have to do? I mean, you incarnate here with certain themes. Like, if you're not crying about somebody, what are you doing here? I mean, that's not always the case, but for some, that's all they got. You gotta blame somebody for their incarnation. Sometimes that is true, but the family line, like, you're here to, but not to be a victim of it, but you are here to clear out your family's nonsense. And it's kind of like being the janitor or the grown-up or whatever. You just gotta clear up your bloodlines, and that's very true. And that can be very, that sucks. That's probably more common than people are not even realizing you've been doing that, and wonder why they're losing their minds and all that. And that maybe not be your own. It could be your family or people that you know or whatever that might be connected to. So it's not something that's thought about. It's not in the conspiracy realm. You're too busy blaming the Rockefellers for everything. Like they care. They don't care. I mean, they really got, this womanized stuff. I'm just going, because I see X, I see all this freaking nonsense. And it's like, like I say, I might as well call it a victim. I wonder if we get kicked off there for saying that. The victim social network. But, I guess you can say, Facebook's more narcissism to some level. Not everybody, but there's a lot of it there. And then, X is victim conspiracy site. Google is just fucked up. Bad search results. Or no search results, whatever. But you incarnate, obviously the elite don't care. They're just going to do whatever they want to do, and that's where you're incarnating here to realize that. Not to say that those that are on a spiritual path care about any of that. I'm just bringing it up because it keeps showing itself, especially this political crap. It's like, who cares? It doesn't matter who wins, really. It's kind of like, that's where we're at. But one of the reasons why we're here, is unraveling ourselves, getting past all this stuff. The spiritual fast food workers, or the cult leaders, cult teachers that are creating their own religions, and it's working very well for them. Let's put it that way. Maybe too well. That's yuck. They have their own clothing line. Let's put it that way. Something to be proud of, though. Without going into details of what that means. It's like walking around with a dunce shirt or t-shirt. It's like, it's not good. It's not good at all. But I guess I'll just follow them wherever they go, I guess. I guess I don't think they can leave it here. They're doing too much karma for themselves here. But either way, where they were heading is to, find your, you can say one of your reasons, what your purpose here, but doesn't mean you're gonna find out if you get older. It all depends, because you figure it out and then you're out of here. So it can be something that doesn't have to be fully revealed. You might hear about certain themes, things like that, but why you're like the real reason why you're here is not going to make itself known, because once you figure that out, you're pretty much done. Like it's the I don't know if it's like Monopoly, but it's like a game where you're just trying to get to the main boss or whatever or whatever it is. You're here to, it doesn't have to be the main villain, and it could be whatever. I don't have enough video game or game knowledge on that, but either way, what you're here to the MacGuffin, you can say your soul MacGuffin that you're here to figure out. Let's see, like when I don't know, some people in their 50s have some idea. You can find out when you're young. That's why some people die when they're real young. It depends. There's some that just here for just real small reasons, and they're just here, then they're out of here. But obviously, when you're here for a while, it's a different story. But yeah, either way, how much? How much are we really here for? Like what, 10% of ourselves are here, or minus 2%? Like some of us are trying to get out of here. It's like, what am I doing here? I'm here watching a bunch of conspiracy people. I'm not here for that. It's like, in this world, it just keeps making it give you more reasons not to be here. It's like, if you want me here, you kind of have to show it. If not, there's other places to go. And this is not the only game in town, that's for sure. They act like it is, but it's not. They just keep acting like it is, but it's like this place, it's got bad style, and the weather's not so great, obviously, because not just hurricanes, but in general, it's a thrift store. I don't know. There's better places, I know that. This is definitely not one of them. There's episode.com, private sessions, scheduler. I also have the shop here. But if you come here to be a victim, man, you came to the right place, for sure. You come here to blame the Illuminati for everything, man. This gotta be like one of the capitals of that. It's gotta be. Capital of complaining about elites somewhere. Like I said, like they really care. Like, if they care, and you're all like crying about it, and you like cross the line, you won't be here anymore. They'll cut that one off, like, no more. Whatever it is, but for the most part, they don't give a shit. It's like, keep crying, they don't care. There's certain lines you can cross where, like the shutting down a company, and they don't care about that. It's just like, there are lines that you just can't cross. I don't know what those lines are, I don't care. But if they really want to get rid of some of these conspiracy theory people, they would definitely do that. Or make their lives difficult. There's that. Got that one down. I'm living that one. So, alright, going to the Supermoon energies. And I don't want to go into spiritual fast forward food worker clothing line nonsense. No, it's going to more of the astral energies and just whatever our state of the world, things like that, or whatever it is to say there. So, all right, we're going to Supermoon frequency and see what that has to say, and move on from there. I do feel like a Mother Earth energy coming in for that. So, okay, all right, blessings here. greets you. This is the supermoon. Well, yes, you're unraveling of different type consciousness, different levels of it, and those are going through. Well, obviously, a certain individuals don't look at themselves going through their victim side, but there is growth. It's hard growth. It is. Why am I not rich? Why some of them think. Some feel it's like, why am I not? Well, why am I not in a better state? Why do I have to work at this job and so on? So there's, a frequency there that has to be healed at some point, or you can be given the answer, but they might not always like the answer. But there is a larger spectrum here of why everyone's here, for that matter. To find a different side of yourself, like what you want to. Yeah, it could be dark, it could be light. So those of you are here to bring more of the light. So some of you, well, first off, those of you that could be extremely dark here, because you take that teacher role where it's more, but it's more about yourself, of course, with other, but it's very selfish. And yeah, it's like you turn yourself into a fire and just burn everybody. Well, it's kind of like that. It's like you're steamrolling over whoever. But people do learn faster. You might learn faster to some level, but all the karma you build up for it, is it even worth it? There are times when you gotta get your rage out and heal the ego, just to release. If you have enough energy to be bad, go for it. You can say, "I'm do it anyway." But after a while, it just kind of like, there's gotta be a better way to bring more of what's here, or to, you have to take different routes within your incarnation. Here, it's not everyone's here to hear or understand even what we're getting at. At the level yet. Well, they haven't got to the level where they want to be the villain yet. They're sort of, yes, the victim's easier. It's easier for that. It's like, why am I not rich when I didn't do anything to deserve it? There's a lot of that going on. Like, why am I not where I think I should be, but you have to earn it. But you're not always there to earn those type of things either. You have certain reasons where you are, not to, put you in a spot or anything like that. But it's on a higher level, it all makes sense. I guess it never really makes a lot of sense, but the higher dimensions it does, even if it is difficult. It's the difficulties of the role here, 9 to 5. It's like, some cases it is decent, and others it's kind of like you're out in the woods, and don't know where anything's going. But that's your job. Your job is to be out in the wilderness and to collect data and to deal with people that are difficult, and it's not a job for everybody. It's just not, but in the long run, it makes sense, and you do upgrade yourself. It's just like there's problems here that just need to be solved, and you can't do it in the astral plane. Doing it in physical, it just is like, fine, I'll just go there and get it over. Just get this. Yeah, it's kind of like, let's get this over with. There's some of that attitude out there. It's just certain problems cannot fix themselves. It's just the way it is. And you send everybody you know there, and they can't do it. Sometimes you have to do it yourself. Some of you might feel that way. I just have to come here and do it. You do it with your difficult kids. Some of you have that are adults and don't talk to you, or whoever it is. But that's a lot of maturity also. If you have kids that just don't want to talk to you, just let them do it. Just no problem. Go do your thing. That's good, and you got more time to yourself. So if you have a problem with that, it's like, my kids don't talk to me anymore. It's like, now what do I do with myself? Well, then there's your dilemma. It's like, what do you do with yourself? Because, yes, as a parent, you're raising your kids, and it's kids. And now yourself is like, okay, now what? And that's a tough one. It is not like it's yeah, because you're constantly giving to others, and it's like an angelic incarnation. Basically, it does have some angelic connections there. Where you're giving to others, and then it's like, what's my identity? And finding one's identity is not as easy as it sounds. Actually, it's quite difficult. That's why many do pull onto these conspiracy energies, because there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like I take on that character for a while until I figure out who the hell I am. You find what works for you here. It's kind of like you jump on the train and you just ride the train until you figure out what do you want, who is this person that you are, and some avoid it throughout their whole lives, and that's why they live a long life for some cases, to maybe figure it out if they even want to. Yeah, you give it all the time in the world, yes. And you can also come back to, well, some incarnations do not give you the answer that you thought you were looking for, or that it would work. So that's why you come back, because you're not really solving your own mystery, what you're here to accomplish. Some find it as a bad thing, but it's actually maturity also. It's just like, you jump out of this world, out of the shark-infested waters, and it's like, oh, I just I lost my watch or whatever, or I forgot to tell that person something. You got to jump back in and go again. But it's a reincarnation cycle. But it shows a lot of maturity coming back when you feel like, there's not all cases, but there are cases where incarnating here is necessary. Not just for yourself, but for others also. Instead of just, oh, ouch, that hurt, that lifetime hurt, that was painful, don't do it ever again. Well, when you're unselfish, you'd be surprised what you can accomplish also. The unselfish lifetimes can be very hard, yes. Because not just they're raising children, they might be raising a lot of people more than you might realize. Is it a responsibility? Yeah. But it's also very draining. And it's not always rewarding either. You feel like you're here, and you don't feel like you're just getting what you're worth. You're not getting paid enough to be here. And there's some truth in that. Energetically, you're not getting paid. Physically, you're not being paid enough, but energetically, you think energetically could be worse. One thing, not getting paid financially, and you have to live, not so great. Be surprised how minimalistic many of you are, which is a good thing. But energy-wise, you feel like you're just not getting back what you give in general. It's just, and you're being on a humble level. It's just like you just don't feel like you're receiving, like you're doing good deeds here, or just just being halfway decent. And the universe is like, here's crumbs. You give a sandwich and you get crumbs back. Or worse, they just knife you. Which is more difficult. Yeah, it's like, here's a nice sandwich, here you go, here's friendliness, here's this, and then you get knifed. So, hopefully that individual will not do that again, or heal those wounds. That's a difficult. Yes, it's shark-infested waters. It's some, yes. And some are living in their delusional mindset of, even those that are successful, they get pulled into other successful people's energies and kind of lose who they are. Like some are not strong enough to know even who, they might have some idea who they are. They're not strong enough to, like they can't take, they want the good life. And yes, some of these Andromedan incarnations, even Palladian, they can be too cushioned. Well, that's why you come here and sleep on the floor. Well, so one of the reasons for this world is kind of, these other incarnations, you're living in a pillow factory. It's just all it's too comfortable. That's why you incarnate also the reptilians too. It's just to feel what dirt feels like. It's just, it's like humble as yourself. That's why the dragon is important too. It's just, you're just not looking for anything exaggerated, because that's the life of the rich and famous isn't always what it's cracked up to be, and just living more of a humble life, because we live the simple way. It doesn't mean you have to live on the ground, but most likely got some connection there at some point. That's why the Indians sleep. Of course, they don't have much choice. It's hard to sleep in a tree. But it's really kind of just it's not just grounding. It's just more. It's on so many different levels of just you're living kind of with the land technically, and you're embracing just humbleness, and that's why it's a little bit easier to help others and yourself, and just unlock the mysteries of this reality instead of just I need this, I need to be wealthy, I need to be all these other things, trinkets, and but then who are you? You lack identity though. You might be able to buy all this stuff, but who are you? But when you remove all that, then you can figure out. It's like you're just clearing out your closet. You're pushing everything to the side. And yeah, the sleeping on the ground is never fun. That's why it's 9 to 5 jobs are difficult. But it's like you're actually opening up more about yourself than you might realize. Let's put it that way. It's like you're opening up more of your third, fourth eye, fifth eye, however you want to word it. More of yourself, so you can see what's around you. For some, others are just not quite there, as you can see. That's quite all right. Do as you wish. But if you want to learn less, you can. That's okay. If you want to learn more, that's all there. And learning more is not what it's always cracked up to, because it can be, you just feel, you see things differently. You just, the facade burns off. You see, as some of it's just all the all the fluff is gone. You can see reality for what it really is, and that's not easy. But it's and you see those are putting fluff all around them, and people are not noticing it. But you see it though. So, just yeah, blessings.